Your toddler is standing in the bathroom doorway. You're holding a brush. You haven't even touched them yet, and they're already stiffening. Their shoulders go up. Their eyes get wide. The crying starts before the bristles ever reach their head. You've seen this. Maybe you've lived this. And maybe you've wondered if you're doing something wrong. If your toddler is being difficult on purpose. If there's something about your parenting that's making this worse. That is what is happening in your toddler's nervous system. And once you understand that, the fight starts to look very different. By the end of this video, you will understand 3 reasons why your toddler's hairbrushing resistance is not defiance. It is their nervous system responding to something real. Then I will walk you through a 5-step sensory ladder that can reduce the fight. And finally, what to do when you have already triggered the meltdown. Let us start with the first reason. And it is the one most parents never hear. Your toddler jerks away the moment the brush touches their head. You barely touched them. You were gentle. And they reacted like you hurt them. You might think, they are overreacting. They are being dramatic. They are testing limits. But here is the thing. That reaction is not about defiance. It is about their nervous system doing its job. What may actually be happening is something called tactile defensiveness. That is a term from occupational therapy. It means that the nervous system interprets certain kinds of touch as unpleasant or even threatening. Not because the child is sensitive in a bad way, but because their sensory processing system is still learning what to filter out. Research suggests that many toddlers show some form of grooming aversion. The exact numbers can vary from child to child, but what researchers consistently observe is that light, unpredictable touch on the scalp can feel very different to a toddler than it feels to an adult. Think of it like this. Your brain has a volume dial for touch. For most adults, a brush stroke is a quiet hum. It is background noise. For some toddlers, that same stroke is turned up loud. Their brain has not learned to turn the volume down yet. So when you brush their hair, they are not being dramatic. Their nervous system is doing its job. It is protecting them from what feels like an invasion. This is not about your toddler being difficult. This is about their nervous system responding the way it is designed to respond. So what can you do with this information? Before you brush, try pressing firmly with your palm on their scalp for a few seconds. Deep, steady pressure is processed differently than light, unpredictable touch. It can calm the system before the brush ever comes near. You do not have to do this perfectly. Just try it once today. See if your toddler relaxes even a little bit. But here's where it gets more interesting. Because the resistance is not just about the moment of brushing. It is about what happens before the brush even touches their head. Which brings us to the second reason your toddler may be fighting you. And this one has nothing to do with their scalp. You walk toward the bathroom. Your toddler sees the brush on the counter. They start backing away. You have not even picked it up yet. And they are already crying. You might think they are being stubborn. They are trying to control the situation. They are choosing to make this hard. But here is the thing. That reaction is not about control. It is about their brain learning to predict discomfort. Past experiences with tangles, pulling, or unexpected pressure have created a memory. Now the sight of the brush triggers a stress response before anything happens. Researchers have studied this. When a child anticipates pain, the part of the brain that detects threats can become more active. This is not a choice. It is a survival mechanism. The brain is preparing for something unpleasant. And that preparation actually heightens sensitivity. The more they brace, the more the sensation registers as painful. Imagine someone told you they were about to tap your knee with a needle. You would tense up. Your muscles would tighten. And when the tap came, even if it was gentle, it would feel worse because your body was already on alert. That is what is happening in your toddler's brain. The anticipation is making the sensation worse. Your toddler is not trying to manipulate you. Their brain is trying to protect them from a pattern it has learned to expect. So what can you do? Change the context. Do not bring the brush into the bathroom. Keep it in the living room. Pair it with something neutral or pleasant. A song. A stuffed animal. A moment of connection before the brush appears. Break the visual cue that triggers the fear. Even a few seconds of something positive before the brush comes near can change how their brain prepares. Now, here's the part that surprises most parents. Because the third reason has nothing to do with sensation or fear. It has to do with what is happening in their brain when they try to hold still. Picture this. You say, just stay still for 1 minute. 1 minute. That is all. Your toddler squirms. They look away. They reach for a toy. They drop the toy. They start crying. You might think they are not even trying, but here's the thing. Their brain is not ready for that kind of cooperation yet. The part of their brain responsible for sustained attention and impulse control is still developing. A study in pediatrics found that many 2-year-olds struggle to maintain attention and endurance for tasks lasting 2 minutes or more. Hairbrushing often takes longer than that, and it requires them to hold still, tolerate an uncomfortable sensation, and cooperate with something they did not choose. Your toddler's brain is not designed to sit still and tolerate a task they do not understand. That skill comes later. Right now, their brain is built for exploration, movement, and short bursts of attention. Asking them to hold still for brushing is like asking them to solve a puzzle in a language they have not learned yet. Your toddler is not refusing to cooperate. Their brain is not ready for that kind of cooperation yet. And that's just exposure without demand. The brush becomes a familiar object instead of a threat. Step 2. Add deep pressure before brushing. Use your palm or a firm touch on their scalp for a few seconds before the brush comes near. This tells their nervous system, something is coming, but it will be steady and predictable. Step 3. Use vibration if helpful. Step 3. Use vibration if helpful. Some occupational therapists recommend using a vibrating tool or massager on the scalp before brushing. Steady vibration can organize the sensory system and reduce sensitivity to light touch. This is not about forcing it. It is about offering an alternative input and seeing how your toddler responds. Step 4. Brush in predictable sections. Start at the ends, not the scalp. Work in small, visible sections. Let your toddler see where you are brushing next. Predictability reduces the startle response. Step 5. End on a positive note. Stop before your toddler reaches their limit. Even if you only brushed one section, end with connection. A hug, a high five, a song. The goal is to build a new memory. Brushing is not always bad. You do not have to do all 5 steps today. You do not have to do all 5 steps today. You do not have to do them perfectly. The goal is to move one step forward, not to fix everything overnight. But what about the days when you have already triggered the meltdown? When the brush is in your hand and your toddler is already screaming and you cannot go back to step 1. This is where the repair matters more than the brushing. If the meltdown has already started, put the brush down. Take a breath. Soften your face. Say something simple. I hear you. We do not have to do this right now. Your toddler's brain is in survival mode. No amount of brushing will work in that state. The goal is not to get through the brushing. The goal is to return to connection. You can try again later. You can try again tomorrow. Your toddler does not need perfect brushing. They need to know that when the fight gets too big, you will stop. And this is where the relief comes in, because you were doing your best with the information you had. You did not know about the nerve endings. You did not know about the anticipation cycle. You did not know that their brain was not ready to hold still. Now you do. And now you can try something different. Your toddler does not need a perfect parent. Your toddler needs a parent who understands that the fight is not about defiance. It is about a nervous system that is still learning what is safe, and you can help it learn. If this helped you understand your toddler's behavior with less guilt and more confidence, subscribe for more baby brain explanations made for real parents. And the next time your toddler stiffens at the sight of the brush, pause for 1 second. That little reaction may not be defiance. It may be their nervous system asking for help.